Onward, Christian soldiers, marching as to war, with the cross of Jesus going on before. Christ the royal master leads against the foe, forward into battle, see his banners go. Onward, Christian soldiers, marching as to war, with the cross of Jesus going on before. Oh, for a faith that will not shrink, though pressed by every foe, that will not tremble on the brink of any earthly woe, that will not murmur or complain beneath a chastening rod, but in the hour of grief or pain will lean upon its God. A faith that shines more bright and clear when tempests rage without, that when in danger knows no fear, in darkness feels no doubt. Lord, give us such a faith as this, and then whatever may come, we'll taste and hear the hallowed bliss of an eternal home. A charge to keep I have, a God to glorify, a never-dying soul to save, and fitted for the sky, to serve the present age, my calling to fulfill. Oh, may it all my powers engage to do my Master's will. Arm me with jealous care, as in thy sight to live, and O thy servant, Lord, prepare a strict account to give. Help me to watch and pray, and on thyself rely. Assured if I my trust betray, I shall forever die. Rise up, O men of God, have done with lesser things. Give heart and mind and soul and strength to serve the King of Kings. Rise up, O men of God, his kingdom tarries long. Bring in the day of brotherhood and end the night of wrong. Rise up, O men of God, the church for you doth wait. Her strength unequal to her task, rise up and make her great. Lift high the cross of Christ, tread where his feet have trod. As brothers of the Son of Man, rise up, O men of God. Good evening. Let's edify one another this evening, shall we?
The saints of the vessel of the vessel of the mentioning I. What is up with your mic? Like it is so much louder and boomier. I don't know.
Boom. You're not in the camera. On the anyway,
See.
on the there you go. Get in the camera, man. Dude.
Yeah.
Oof. What is up with your light? Don't go to the light. You're washed out, dude. You're all washed out. I don't know what's up with the mic. The mic's what it is. Is it better?
It's good, man. Like it's all bassy and good.
Actually, it's my voice.
Oh.
My voice is all bassy. I've been coughing and hacking because I think I had a little touch of cold settle in. So don't ask me to sing much unless you want me to sing bass.
Jared.
Could have, probably not, because I got this long after he would have been contagious, or I should say, long after he would have stopped being contagious. I think I just spent too long out in the night, the cool night air, when it was cool and I was not wearing long sleeves, etc.
Oh.
And I was around fire and all that good stuff.
Stop tracking me.
You bought the blasted camera so it would track you. Don't blame the camera for doing its job.
When I turn off AI tracking and it turns it back on, I will fault the camera. I'm like, no, I turned you off. Stay on. Because I'm sitting down and not moving. Every little move and my whole picture moves. I'm like, stop.
But now you're not in the camera. You're not in the picture.
Then let me move.
Yeah, that's what I told you in the first place. Did you listen? No. Instead, you start blaming the camera for trying to get you in the picture.
They really don't give you much.
Well, that's because it's trying to fit two of us on here.
Let's see. Nope. Oh, that's a lot better. That's a lot better for vertical.
You must be feeling pretty strong.
Why is this got like? It looks like it's got a film on it. Like
it's the lighting, dude. Y'all washed out. Ah, it got dark. I see you.
Well, I'm glad I wasn't late. Well, I was late, but you were late, so it worked out.
Yeah, we had opportunity at. I didn't do that, or maybe I did. We had an opportunity to pick up a lathe with a longer spindle, so I can do handles and things. Guy was willing to give it to us for free. So Ezra and I, right after route this afternoon, made the trek, an hour and 10-minute drive, and picked this thing up.
Nice. Well, I will be with Debbie and Pat tomorrow morning. Well, Pat, to be specific.
Don't forget to do Devo.
I am. I guess I will be doing a replay. Uh,
About that.
I don't know. Pat wants me to do one on the road. It's a
That would be
probably
definitely an interesting Devo now, wouldn't it?
yes.
Can you imagine the conversation that you would have on Devo?
I know me,
Mm.
Pat.
That's kind of like me and O'Shea having Devo while while we're driving down the road.
Huh.
Hmm.
I should text him before I lay that on him.
It'd be interesting.
He wanted me to show him TikTok. He wanted to go live with me. I'm like, oh,
Don't forget to feed the fish.
the invisible fish.
Do you have any other kind?
No,
And don't forget to water your plants.
the invisible ants. Got it.
Do you have any other kind?
No.
What about the green and growy ones that are in your fridge?
Oh yeah, a lot of those. I was going to do something in between Thursday Bible study with everyone and this, but there was no in between.
King. Okay, you own every compound that's stealing your business plans. Interesting. And why you feel that that is necessary to put on my stream and CJ's stream is beyond me, especially when you can't spell company correctly. You might try taking a spelling course. 1, and 2, a hashtag does not equate to owning anything. Try copywriting your business plans. That will solve that problem.
What was he trying to
I don't
say?
work for anybody except for the good Lord.
Mm.
And of course, my boss that
Well,
I drive bus for.
hey, Thomas. Good to see you.
Good evening, Thomas. Good to see you.
That's who I study with Thursday nights.
Thanks for joining us. Now you're the reason why CJ's late. I hope it was a good study though.
You cut out. You are not. He is not.
What did I cut out?
You said you're the reason, and then you came away. You're the reason. But no, that was a different study. His was only an hour. We started Jeremiah tonight.
Did you?
Yep. Guess how many verses we got through?
5.
The first 3.
I was close.
I'm like 52 chapters. This is gonna take a while.
I have taught you well, young Padawan.
I was gonna do my typical book introduction, but Jeremiah gives a pretty good introduction of his own, setting the time and place and what's going on. So
A lot of them actually do.
we just
Or should I say a number of them actually do?
Yeah.
Isaiah does, Jeremiah does, Daniel does.
Yep. We went from Acts to Jeremiah per his request. I'm like, okay.
It's not bad. I think we went from Acts to
Fruit of the Spirit to
no, book wise, I mean.
Oh.
Acts to What did we go to?
First Peter.
Corinthians?
No,
Oh no,
First Peter.
we did the minor prophets.
Yeah, and then you're gonna say did Second
Then we did
Peter.
2 Peter. Yeah.
I miss those EE studies. I miss co-teaching in German. We're gonna get
We
back to it.
never co-taught in German. I don't know that much German.
No, that's mean in general.
We already did Genesis 2, by the way.
Yes. You did like 38 plus. From Paul to Jeremiah, we're in good company.
And we are in good company. Mm-hmm.
I need to pack. That's what I was really gonna do. Pack in between streams.
Yeah, but then you had another Bible study.
Yeah.
What'd you do? Get on TikTok and forget about doing your packing?
No. Well, I guess, yeah. And then I had Thomas's study from 5 to 6. I guess I could have done it from 4. Thursday evening study with Paul and them at 7. Oh well. Oh no, then I talked to Paul. And then we met for our study. What was, yeah, it's been busy. So after this, give me 15 minutes and then I'll be in our game. I'll be back.
You're gonna need to get your packing done tonight.
I'm only there Saturday night and Sunday night. Friday night and Saturday night will be a
Still.
lot of packing. I can't wait to meet them. That'll be cool.
Yeah. This thing curls right under. Right up here, it curls under. It's like, no, come on back out. Stop hiding. Yeah, so we got to go over the mile-long bridge, see the white caps on the waves.
Nice.
And they had 2 sailing ships out there, one with their sails up and one with their sails down.
Nice.
Winds were pretty stiff on the way out, but they'd started to die down on the way back in. We're supposed to get rain over the weekend. Had a guy in stream earlier on the Devo this morning. Man, he was just rapid fire. He wanted to try to make it political initially, and I told him we don't do that on this.
Oh boy.
And I said we don't do that on this stream. I said we devote our time to God. So he began rapid firing all these sorts of questions, and I tried to answer a couple of them. And since he wasn't interested in actual discussion, after about the 4th or 5th rapid fire of his, from him, I just simply blocked him.
Was it like skeptic questions or what?
Yeah, kind of. Hello, Sister Sheila. Sheila will back. I mean, he was. It's kind of one of those. Some that there were some good questions in there, but there others that were just plain funky.
Well, why would you guys command genocide?
No, that one wasn't in there.
No.
No.
We've had that one 10 different times.
We've had that one a few times. Yeah. As a matter of fact, the guy's name was Funky, literally.
No.
But you know, I'll start out trying to have a conversation with anyone, and it's just, but you know, if you're not going to be interested in actual discussion, then sorry, there isn't. I don't. I we're going to get back into the topic of the, you know, we're going to get back into the Devo and the theme that we
Yeah.
had discussion.
Right. Yeah.
And I had already been late because something's been going through my system over the last couple of days.
Oh.
Yeah, whatever this is that's in my chest has been affecting me in other areas as well.
Oh boy.
So I was pretty late this morning, but I can't handle. You know, I can't help that. I made it though. Yes, sir.
I thought you would be mad at me. I saw that your intro and outro video was already set up, and I'm like,
I always set
nope,
that up.
I gotta record reading. So I changed it to my intro video.
Oh no, Shay, you haven't missed the riddle yet.
That'll be at the very end.
What?
That will be at the very end.
Yeah, well, not quite at the end, but you know, towards the end. And then today on the bus, we ended up having one student who gotten very upset at his class because, well, this particular student has some issues and was not allowed to go on the field trip because of the most recent issue. And so, as a result of his already upset condition, he decided to take it out on a couple other students. Yep. And
my kindergarten seat.
Well, he almost made it up there, but they decided to move. So since they changed seats, well, then that meant that he would, you know, he had a seat kind of to himself, and I just put one of his brothers next to him, and then his brothers decided to try to start something, and it's like, no, come on, you're not going to come on the bus and try to start something regarding something that happened off the bus. That ain't going to be how it works. If you want to try that, you can find some other way to school, because I ain't going to tolerate it. And but while that was all going on, a totally different, unrelated situation occurred when a student decided to develop a nosebleed. Not just any nosebleed. No. This happened to be the fountain of youth type of a nosebleed that was on. I mean, it was just gushing. It was a geyser, and so.
Did you have to pull over?
No, I just simply handed him a rag. Said, "Here, put that up to your nose. Let's keep going." And by the time we got to his destination, that rag was pretty well soaked. And he come up to me, he's holding it here and he's dripping, and I'm like, yeah, you can just take that with you on in. I don't want it back right now. So, what?
You keep it
for now. I hope he brings it back clean. That would be nice.
Yeah.
But but yeah, this particular student has the occasion. I mean, he's known for his nosebleeds, so it's not something that's not unexpected. It's just unexpected when it happens. Ooh, that hurt.
So
So,
you
and then tomorrow, well, it's kind of interesting because some of the one of the grades gets to go do community service in one town. I think it's seventh grade. Seventh grade goes to one town. Eighth grade goes to another town, and does community service for a couple 3 hours in the morning.
well,
That'll be fun.
do you still have that study with Donna?
No, that one's evidently. I haven't heard what's going on, so I have to find out what's going on with that. But Dad has not contacted me saying, "Hey, let's go back to doing that." So the last few weeks, I've been either at doctor's visits or have been field tripping. So it's Friday's been a good day for that. So kind of sad we don't have it. I mean, because those were ongoing, strengthen the brotherhood type of studies. But
Yeah.
I don't know what's happened to Donna. So
Well, today let's see, what did I do?
that was my day. What was your day?
I did absolutely nothing. No.
You should have been in our Devo then, because we talked about being lazy and doing nothing.
No, I
Didn't we, Sister Sheila?
TikTok streamed, and then I finished up, went over my Jeremiah notes, the Jeremiah, and then I picked up my shirt from the dry cleaning with Nick, and I had one for Nick. We went to rallies. Do you have the rallies near you? Does that exist?
Rallies?
Burger place?
No.
He was the cop.
O'Shea says, "No, I can bear witness to that. CJ did nothing today. Great confession.
Nothing.
Gotta be honest, man. Proud of you."
Absolutely nothing. You failed. I'm really looking forward to this weekend. Should be some good time and fellowship with Pat and Debbie and spiritual nourishment on Saturday. Worship
Yeah.
with them
We already have the best
Sunday.
burger place known to man, Bebop's. What do we need Raleigh's for?
Maybe I'll try some Ohio cuisine when I'm there.
Probably. Did we ever take you to Bebop's while you were here?
Yes, Bebop's is great. Although I went to the bathroom, I'm not complaining, but I went to the bathroom. But my plan was to get a bacon cheeseburger, and I came out and was about to order, and Larry said, "I got you number one." I'm like, okay. So now I got to try the bacon cheeseburger.
I get you the bacon cheeseburger. The bacon double.
Yeah.
Just
I
wait till
have
the bacon triple.
Okay, I have the most sorry excuse for Philly cheesesteak bite ever today
Oh, at Raleigh's?
at rallies. Like I was, we finished our food. Like we ordered and then I saw, ooh, Philly cheese. cheese steak bites. I thought those would be good. So,
They
well,
weren't
I
meant to
will
be an
see
entire
for
sandwich, TJ.
what
They weren't meant to be an entire sandwich.
I know. But yeah. So it's like, well, let's see how I feel with our meal. And I said I'm hungry still. I agree. So I ordered the Philly cheesesteak bite. And I take a bite, and I'm like, this isn't even good. Like, it was okay. I mean, I thought it was something special. I was excited and I got very disappointed. Like, it wasn't terrible. I wouldn't order it again. But they did have, what was it, like cheesecake bites or apple pie bites? Apple pie bites. Those were really good.
Sister T is finally catching up on the reading. She's commenting on the reading over there, so I know she's catching up on the reading. Yep. Mm-hmm. So, we've been chit chatting. By the way, at least that's got the right colors on it: gold and black, black and gold. Iowa State or not Iowa State, University of Iowa colors. Better than those, Michigan colors.
Black and that's black and yellow. What are you?
Black and gold, man. I can't even read the. I can't even read the name on that.
Why in the world is it like everything's
Have
all
you ever taken a napkin and actually, oh, hey there, sip like at something or other?
slip like a superstar at SummerSlam? I guess it's like a WWE. I don't know.
I see. Yes, but Culver's has the best ice cream.
Why did
Their concrete mixers are awesome. And you just froze. He flooded it, guys. Oh, now he's back. Now he's moving.
Hello?
I think that was a brain freeze.
Can I hear you?
No, you can't hear
Oh,
me at all.
okay. That was weird.
Yeah, it was.
I don't know. Am I back?
Yeah, your computer was jealous because you didn't give it any.
If I gave it any, it would break.
What is that new Longhorns background? O'Shea asked. Are you, or excuse me, Thomas asked. Are you a Texas fan, CJ?
Yeah, that's well, that's what my dad grew up. You should have seen my room at my dad's house. I was worse. Orange walls, had a longhorn on my wall, painted. It was awesome.
Thomas says he doesn't think you can be friends now.
No. I had this in my background while we were studying. I was sitting right here like
Cher really likes the Cold Stone ice cream.
yes, I love cold, so we had that.
I've actually not had that, so maybe there might have been one time I might have had it.
Yep.
Somebody better tell Sister T to come over here.
I know, right? She wants to get it in sequential order.
Well, she can come back and watch. She can go back and watch the reading after we're done live.
Yeah.
Oh. Do 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 do. Thomas, is that about the U of M's basketball? That was pretty awesome. I saw that Iowa stuck around longer than I expected and were some bracket busters. Yes, they were. Unfortunately, they didn't have enough staying power to stay in it, but no, they did. They put up a good game. I mean, I don't watch basketball. I'm not big on basketball, but I was impressed with how three of Iowa's teams actually made it. We had both men's basketball teams made it to the Big Ten. Made it pretty far actually, and even the ladies basketball team made it in for at least one of the playoffs. I think the women's lost pretty early on, but they did make it in.
Are you a football guy, man, or no sports yet at all?
I was more football all the way up until the shenanigans that went on with the taking a knee and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I went away from sports altogether. I'll catch it once in a while, and I'm more college than I am professional anyway. So my biggest sports game, if I watch any football, is the Iowa versus Iowa State big games.
I love sorry.
Go ahead.
I love the game of basketball, but anymore, you got a bunch of showboats and wires and prideful players. Like, it's hard to watch all that stuff.
And I think that's one of the draws of the women's basketball league. The one that like Caitlin Clark has really made popular is because there isn't as many of the showboats as you got in men's basketball, and so there's a purity to it that draws a lot of fans, a lot of people now. But it's the same, what you're describing, CJ, is the same with high school basketball right now. Because as a bus driver, I get to drive with these teams, and I'll go to I'll step in and watch junior high. I'll watch high school if I'm able to drive high school, and we'll go in and I'll watch because as a bus driver I get in for free, right? Yay! Hello, Sister T. But you go in and you watch these boys, and every single one of them thinks that they're the next Michael Jordan or the next Dennis Rodman or whatever.
Yeah.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, whoever it is that's on the top of the list at this particular year. They don't have the talent. They may have skill that needs to be harnessed, but they haven't got the talent. Yes, of course.
I noticed
Go ahead.
kids' basketballs, they're like a ball hog. Like, everybody wants the ball. Rarely do they work together.
And a lot of that's because they know that if they don't have the ball, they can't shine. They seem to think that there's a talent scout at every match. Come on, dude. You're at a high school ball game. And then when they get into college, it's like, oh, it's my turn to shine. And it's like, okay, you aren't going to shine if the team ain't doing well.
Yeah.
No, I did not get a haircut, Sister T. Actually, my hair's growing, and so it's laying flatter. Uh, so I mean, that's sports. It's like, come on, and there's that's in reality. There's correlation to the church as well, because we are called to be servants in the church. We're not called to be putting ourselves out there as if we're some highfalutin superstar. There was only one superstar. He died on a cross 2020, about 2,000 years ago almost. We're coming up on the 2,000-year anniversary of the death of Christ. No man alive in the church deserves honor and praise and credit the way Christ is. There's no man alive. And even Paul goes so far as to say, who am I? Who is Cephas? Who is, and Apollos? We are nothing. And I'm paraphrasing, it's just like, stop elevating brethren to some high ideological pedestal. Don't elevate me. I am nothing but a servant. I am the lowest of the low. And so, yes, I may have a few good words. I may have a good point or two, but that don't make me nothing special. Give heed to the message, not the messenger.
Yep.
And stop trying to be some stop trying to be Clark Kent or Wayne. Who?
Barry Allen.
Stop trying to be the Flash, because all you're going to be is a flash in the pan.
That's as best they get.
Yeah.
I was up Levi's back. Levi's sound back. Didn't even see me.
So, it's just, yeah, I mean, we tend to put these people on pedestals, whether it be, any of the brethren at like Apologetics Press or Gospel Broadcasting Network, or, we have dear brethren that we really adhere to. Wayne Jackson, I like listening to Stefan Maillet. I like listening, to these men, even, well educated and got some really great points, but they're just men. They're uninspired, and they have their own foibles. They have their own failures. Christ is the only one that matters. His word is the only thing that matters, and how well that we adhere to it.
I don't matter, Levi, I don't matter. We're just servants, the one who does. Jesus is everything. We are nothing.
And I don't say that just simply to try to even promote myself, because I really, tomorrow I may not be here, but I hope and pray that people will listen to the words. Don't put me up on a pedestal. I'm nothing.
Don't get me wrong, we love our work. I love what I do. I get to do all day, every day.
Right.
I get to do this with Levi. We take much pride in the work that we do in our preparations, but we know it's not about us.
Mm-hmm.
It's about the King and just serving him to the best of our ability until we die.
Yeah. Sheila's right. That does cause big problems when people put other people on pedestals. Mine is a stool because I can't stand. I gotta sit, and I'll pedal it all the way around. But people put other people on pedestals, and then they get mad when they fall from the place where they put them. I remember, I don't know CJ's not old enough to remember this, but a while back, Apologetic Express had a wonderful brother, very knowledgeable scientist by the name of Dr. Bert Thompson. Great brother in his knowledge, had wonderful things, that points that he brought out, but then he fell. And he fell hard. And he was found in sin. He repented of that sin, and he stepped down from Apologetic Express. I know you did, sweetie. Don't worry. I could hear it too, and I said it just that way as well. But he fell hard, and people got so mad and upset. It's because we put them on pedestals, and we put so much faith in them instead of where it should be, in the message.
Mm-hmm.
And we feel so betrayed. Flying by the seat of our pants.
Yeah,
on that pedestal, right?
That's the thing I've had to. I haven't quite accepted about CM. I think I've gotten better. When I first started, I wanted everything structured, and you're like, lighten up, and I'm sure I want everything structured now in 2026, and you feel like this kid still hasn't lightened up yet. But I feel like I've gotten better. I've
You have.
grown.
It's not a question of being structured, CJ. It's learning to go with what happens. You see, a lot of times the best sermons are those when you walk into the building and realize that something has happened. Do you go ahead with your prepared sermon, or do you instead speak from the heart and go with the situation?
Right.
You see, there are times that you are going to come into a building and you will have to deal with a loss in the congregation that you didn't know about beforehand, or someone's, some sin that's come up. And yes, you could go ahead and go with the prepared sermon that you are going to do on Noah and the flood, or you can go with the excuse me, or you can go instead and speak to the situation that's happening with, the sin of idolatry or adultery, or dealing with comforting the loss of, the loss of a loved one. And so you need, and this was my point from the beginning. You need to learn to ease up the structure. Some men can never exist outside of that structure. You want to be an effective minister, effective preacher, you need to be able to learn to read the crowd, to read the audience, to read the congregation, and to go with what's going on.
Right.
Now, we could go ahead and go into all the wonderful attributes of a red apple, and then realize that, wait a minute, that was the fruit of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Or at least if you go and look at every single one of those paintings that every artist seems to want to.
I like a banana.
But we also recognize that, it wasn't a problem with the fruit on the tree, but the pear on the ground.
That was good.
Yeah. And that's because they didn't have a banana in the hand.
You're proud of that one, I can tell.
Actually, I borrowed that from my dad, but anyway, and I'm sure he got it from somewhere else. But you can simply develop a lesson just from Sister T's statement about eating a red apple and how good it was.
Yeah.
But you can't do that if you are
Right.
so rigid in your thinking that you can't exist beyond a structure. And you see what the difference is.
That's why I think my most challenging streams are devotions. Like, I don't thrive in asking questions like the devotion structure we have. It's not me, so that's been my challenge. I think I've gotten better at that, but still, that's not what I'm comfortable with or used to or grew up with.
And that's mainly
Um,
because you're still more of a lecturer than you are an actual instructor, a teacher. You see, a teacher like Jesus, he took questions
right.
and he gave them right back, didn't he? What think you? German paintings, I tell you. But I mean, God, Jesus gave the questions right back. What think you? A sower went out to sow.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know, um, but like when the when the rich young, or not rich young rude, but when the young man came up to him and said, um, "What are the scribe would come up to him and said, "What are the greatest commandments in the commandments? You shall honor the you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, your soul, your mind, and all your strength. And second is like unto it, you shall love your neighbor as yourself." But now the scribe, um, not willing to let it go or whatever. I can't remember exactly how that's worded. He says, "Well, but who is my neighbor?" And Jesus starts off into the parable of the Good Samaritan, and he says at the end, he says, "Now, who was the neighbor?"
Right.
And Jesus gave questions right back. He took questions, but he gave questions.
That is true as well. Yes.
Sister
Uh-huh.
T says, "Boy, I tell you, Brother Levi, I love the way you explain things." Well, thank you. I appreciate the compliment. O'Shea is like, devotion is your most challenging stream, CJ, because it's the closest to when you wake up. Like, I've talked to CJ when he just woke up and is getting
No,
ready for Devo.
notice when we first started this ministry, I didn't offer anything in the work. I'll do this at 2, that's when we'll start, and then I'll do this at 6 p.m., and then this at 9 p.m. the,
And you recorded all of the morning meditations.
that's right. 7:30, I'm recording that. like,
Yes,
I'm
that is
not,
O'Shea.
I'm not, but yeah. And there's people who have different teaching styles and different learning styles. I'm more of a lecturer. I try and stop for questions or comments, but especially uh especially when you're online and you have two people in the room and there's a big lag, it makes it difficult. Uh, it's a lot easier when you're teaching in-person class. They have a little bit more audience participation.
Yeah.
Uh, but
Next case.
before we do that, uh, I wanna put a teaser in here. We are
We
going
don't want to tease her.
to what?
What do we want a teaser for?
Nehemiah and Ezra were
Yeah, but
having
you haven't even got that ready yet.
what?
You haven't got it ready yet.
What a photo? You want a photo in order to tease it? Fine.
We're not even, I mean, we just got the titles and stuff ready, CJ. Chill out, dude.
Well, we let people know about it now. We can build an audience. I mean, okay, never mind. I'll forego.
You don't even have the flyer. You don't have anything yet except the titles. And you're already trying to tease. Tisk,
Yeah.
tisk.
We have titles for something. There you go.
The rich farmer. Oh, by the way, do you remember what the riddles were?
Sweet.
Where's Reba? That wasn't the riddle.
Sweet, strong.
One. What is the swiftest thing on earth? Two. What is the sweetest thing on earth? Three. What is the richest thing on earth? The man who gives me the best answers to these three questions keeps the calf. Come back here tomorrow and be ready to answer my three questions. Next case. Have you got an answer?
No.
You don't have an answer?
I have no answer.
That's not his email. That's his YouTube. Anyway. The rich farmer went home from court and asked his wife to help him with the best answers to the judge's riddle. The shepherd asked his daughter, Manka, what she thought the best answers were. The next day, the rich farmer and the poor shepherd appeared before the judge again. Well, I see that you are both back again. Are you ready with your answers to my questions? I am ready, Your Honor. I hope I have the answers Your Honor will like. Very well, then. Farmer Holtz, I will give you the chance to answer first. What is the swiftest thing on earth? My wife says our mare is the swiftest thing on earth. And what is the sweetest thing on earth? Why, honey is the sweetest thing on earth. Or, excuse me, why, honey, says my wife. Yes. Anyway. And lastly, what is the richest thing on earth? I say there is nothing richer than to have a chest full of gold pieces. No, go ahead, Sister T. She says a mother. A mother is what? The sweetest? She got one down. We'll see if that's true. Go ahead, put your answers in there, Sister T. Well answered, Farmer Holtz, but to be fair, we must ask the shepherd his answers to these questions. Well, Joseph, what is the sweetest thing on earth? Or swiftest thing on earth. I hope I said that right. The swiftest thing on earth, Your Honor, is thought, because thought travels faster than the eye can see. Good. And what is the sweetest thing on earth? Sleep, Your Honor. Nothing is sweeter than sleep when a man is tired. Better yet, Joseph. And now, the last question. What is the richest thing on earth? The richest thing on earth, Your Honor, is the earth itself. For out of the earth come all the riches of the world. Wonderful, Joseph. Good for you. Those are the cleverest answers I have ever heard in this court. The farmer's calf is yours, and well earned it is. Thank you, Judge. But tell me, Joseph, you appear to be a simple, uneducated shepherd. Did you think out these answers by yourself? Oh, no, Your Honor. My daughter Manka told me what to say. She must be a very clever girl, that daughter of yours. I should like to test her cleverness further. In what way, Your Honor? I should like to give her a little task to do, just to see how she would go about it. I'm going to pause here a moment. What do you think about those riddles? What do you think about those answers?
Outside the box answers.
Well, do you think she's wrong?
No.
I mean, is there really anything faster than thought?
God.
Well,
God's faster than I thought. Way faster.
seeing as how God is everywhere, does he actually have to move anywhere? Oh. Did CJ think about that one? Now we find out that some thoughts are actually slower than molasses in January, like mine. Mine are pretty slow when it comes to molasses in January. Sweetest. I can see the value of a good night's rest, especially when I'm tired. There's really nothing sweeter than that. I mean, honey can be sweet. The farmer wasn't far off on that. But what is honey to a tired person? It's kind of like, what is water? What is gold to a starving man? What is gold to a dehydrated man? When you're out in the middle of the desert and you haven't had anything to drink for 5 days, do you really care how much gold you got?
No.
No. See, there's a good, but somehow I don't think that was what he was looking for. Just the best. Thomas says it's subjective, although those are some grand answers. Yeah. It does make you think, though, doesn't it? It does make you think. And that richest one, the richest thing on earth, when you stop and you think about it, her answer about the earth being the richest thing on earth, you can kind of see that, because where does gold come from? The earth. Where does food come from?
Yeah.
The earth. Where does the water come from? The earth. But in reality, everything we have comes from God.
Yep.
All right, so he wants to test her a little bit further, just to see how she would go about it. I'm sure she wouldn't mind, Your Honor, but what, Joseph? The calf that you have just awarded me, is the calf still mine, no matter how Manka performs the task you give her? Oh, yes, the calf is yours. You have won that fairly. Now, here is a basket containing 10 eggs that a farmer brought me this morning. Take these eggs to your daughter Manka. Tell her to have them hatched by tomorrow morning and to bring them to me. But, Your Honor, chicks can't be hatched overnight. It takes 3 weeks to hatch, for eggs to hatch. A stupid hen can hatch eggs in 3 weeks. I want to see if your daughter is clever enough to do it in 24 hours. Go now, Joseph. We'll see what answer your Manka can give to this.
Don't you dare keep breathing. Don't you dare, please. A little bit more. Give a little bit more. A little bit more.
Make him beg some more.
A little bit more.
Should I make him beg some more there, oh trumpeter? I can be louder. Should I make him beg some more?
Why not? My answers are pretty good. I knew the thought one was first. I knew that one.
In the morning, the shepherd Joseph was back in the judge's court. The judge could see that Joseph had brought no chicks with him, so he smiled and said, Well, Joseph, where are the chicks that your daughter Manka was supposed to hatch overnight? Manka did not hatch those eggs, Your Honor. Aha, then she is not such a clever girl after all. Oh, yes, she is, Your Honor. She told me to tell you that she would hatch those chicks overnight if you would first do something that she asked. And what does she want me to do? She gave me this handful of wheat, Your Honor. I have it here in my pocket. And she said, Tell the judge to plant this wheat and to see that it grows up tall and ripens, and then to have it cut down and the new grains of wheat removed from the straw, all by tomorrow morning. Then, if he can do all this overnight, then I'll hatch the eggs overnight, and I'll bring the chicks to eat the new wheat he has grown and harvested. Well, a very clever answer, I must say. Manka is indeed a clever girl. I have always thought so, Your Honor. She is so clever that I should like to marry her. Have you any objections to me as a son-in-law? My daughter marry a judge? That would indeed be an honor for me, and a fine thing for her. A fine thing for you, too, if I may say so, Your Honor. Manka is as pretty as she is clever, and you have seen how clever she is. She will make a good wife for a wise, handsome young man like you. Yes, I have seen your daughter several times, though I have never spoken to her. I do believe she is the prettiest girl in this town. Tell her then, Joseph, that I shall be very happy if she will marry me. I can answer for her, Your Honor. I am sure that she will be happy to marry you as long as I am willing. When would you like the wedding to take place? Shall we say, in 3 weeks? That will be plenty time. Manka has her wedding chest filled with linens that she hemmed and embroidered herself, and all she needs to do now is to make her wedding dress. That's agreed, then. There is just one thing more, Joseph. I must be sure she is willing to obey me in everything, and to do exactly what I tell her, as a good wife should. Oh, Manka has always been an obedient daughter, and I am sure she will be an obedient wife, too. That may be, but before I marry her, I want proof of that. What kind of proof, Judge? Tell Manka that sometime before the wedding, she must come to my house. It must be neither by day nor by night. How do you mean that, Your Honor? It must be some hour. That is for her to think out. Also, she must come neither dressed nor undressed. But how can that be, sir? Furthermore, Joseph, she must arrive neither riding nor walking. Neither riding nor walking, but the girl has no wings. She cannot sail up into the sky and then down on your rooftop. She must find a way to do what I ask, or she cannot become my wife. I'll tell Manka that, but I'm sure even my clever Manka will not be able to think up a way to arrive neither by day nor by night, neither dressed nor undressed, neither riding nor walking. The riddle, your honor, is too deep for me. Go now, Joseph, and tell Manka what I want. She must find a way to do it, or I'll not marry her. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. You gave me extra credit.
Join us next week as we find out Manka's answer to the judge's new riddle. Will she or will she not marry the judge?
Well, thank you all for being here. Remember, here at CEM, we want to do 3 things. We want to edify the saints, answer any spiritual questions you may have,
And 3.
and glorify God. I think I had them out of order. That's why I have to real. Bye bye.
Boy, he's just really confused by clever Manka, isn't he?
Yes.
She's got him wrapped around his finger or her finger. Wow. Hopefully you have enjoyed our time together and the story and have been edified through our discussion. It has been fun and enjoyable on my part. That way, whether you awake tomorrow to serve God here on this earth or whether we wake tomorrow to serve him up there where we all long to be, you know where we'll have the pleasure, the privilege, the honor of being for Will. See you then. God bless and you walk with him. We love you all. Have a blessed evening.